I sent.
Oh, Foxy, it's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Moana Nui After Dark presents What You're Watching. We are here. This is the December edition, last podcast of the year for Moana Nui Network. We made it. The year did not destroy us completely.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, tonight's theme is Wicked and Wicked for Good. And with that, I'm just going to turn things over to our Wicked expert, Simone. Take it away.
I love this movie. I love the first one and the second one, and I'm just so excited. I was talking with Joy about it a little bit, and she had me on the floor rolling because she was like, Fierro. We're not even going to get into that right now. We'll let Joy. We'll let Joy.
I mean, this is an After Dark show. So once we finish discussing the important things, we'll get into the particulars of our discussion over Christmas break.
Dealing with Wicked for Good, it is the continuation from Wicked, and we pick up where Elphaba comes in and she does that superhero landing. Bam, my girl. And I just, that was like the opening for me. What did y'all think? Did y'all like that?
I did, because it was giving Iron Man, like that whole
yes.
The landing and the you know better. Like when she looked up, everybody was like, oh, like what it is. You already know what it is.
She has come into her own.
Right.
The superhero landing, yeah. Seen it. Yeah.
Shut up, James.
Anyway. Your attempts at hate or a few times.
No, I'm not hating. I'm just.
You're not?
I'm not hating.
What would you call it?
I love the intro, but no, I'm just being silly with the superhero landing.
It sounds like hating.
Yeah. Hate by any name is still hate. But the movie started strong, and I like that they started off the Wicked for Good. The name has implications. You can take it two different ways. Like Wicked for Good, like I'm doing this forever. I'm wicked for good. Like this is me now. I'm wicked, or I'm being wicked for the greater good.
Right, for a good cause.
That's how you look at it.
Which they still didn't deserve.
She say what?
They didn't deserve it. They didn't deserve her.
They didn't deserve her.
No.
And I'm going to not push back, but I'm going to, I'm going to drag y'all to hell with me in my historical context.
Hold on. Let me put on my seatbelt.
Yep. Buckle
it
up.
should already be on.
Buckle up, Buttercup, because you know what it is. So let's talk about when the first movie came out, everybody's like, oh, why we got to have a black Elphaba? First off, she's green. It's an actress. I don't even really rock with Cynthia Erivo like that, but she's a great singer and she did great in that movie. She was a great actress. And the character is green. What do you mean? What do you mean woke? What are you saying? And I was so irritated because so many people had only ever seen the stage play, which is a very toned down version of the book. The book is in your face with it. And I read the book first. And when I read the book, the first time I saw animals capitalized, I was like, oh, I see what we're doing, because black is also capitalized in my world, and when someone tries to take away your voice, take away your citizenship, take away your ability to defend and protect yourself, call you an animal, you need to capitalize your identity to differentiate yourself from whatever it is they're trying to claim. And I caught that immediately when I read the book like 20 years ago. So for people to be like, what is this? Didn't you watch the play? They talk about it in the play. And better yet, go to the source material, read the book, because the book is not, the book is not woke. The book is an allegory of the times. And if you need someone, if you think that anyone that just expresses an observation of how we bury our head in the sands, how everything is fine as long as it doesn't affect us, how sometimes people speak on behalf of others, that's called allyship. You know, if you miss all of that and you just like, you'll be popular, you're a shallow person. And the world is passing you by. And that's only you to not recognize that somebody else was canny enough to see this and put it in writing 40 years ago, if not longer, when the book was written, but it had been around, right?
Yep.
So you just flow. You know, and then this movie, you know, protesting and blah, blah, blah. But for me, the part that what irritated me the most was me watching Glenda be so Glenda and then coming out and seeing other people apparently not watch the same movie. What do you mean Glenda is a sweetheart? What do you mean Glenda is good? What do you mean Glenda is really the hero? What is wrong with you? Glenda is a whole bitch. Like, what movie were you watching?
Glenda wasn't shit from the beginning.
Right.
Glenda was the pawn.
Glenda was not a pawn.
No, she was not a pawn.
She wasn't a pawn because when she came out, and I love the backstory of her showing that she didn't even have power when she was a little girl.
Right.
She wanted power.
That's true.
And that was her. She wanted power. She wanted popularity. She wanted people to like her. People.
And I felt through that she was easily manipulated, which is why
she wasn't manipulated. She was
doing
the manipulation.
She's only manipulated if you believe that racist white women are manipulated by their racist white husbands.
Right. She is Ivanka. What's her name? What's Trump's wife's name?
Melania.
She is Melania.
Yeah.
She allows someone else to take the fall for her shitty view of the world.
Yeah. Let's remember, because some people were saying things like, you know, well, she got caught up in stuff she wasn't aware of. She was aware from day one. Everybody was in that class at the same time when they brought that caged lion in there. Everybody was in class at the same time. Everybody was in class at the same time when somebody wrote animals need to be shot or whatever on that professor's. She was in there too. She saw the same things at the same time as Elphaba, but she was just like, well, it's not me, so whatever. I'm pretty and that guy's cute, so we should date. And then because you got your little feelings hurt with a dude that was never digging you. If I announce to my boyfriend that we get married, and he's like, I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not getting married.
Because the wizard and I thought that was going to be such a nice thing. So you talk to somebody else about us? What the fuck?
And even that was a flex. That was invoking. The wizard and I thought this would be great. In other words, don't go against the wizard, right?
Which no one dared do.
No one dared do, even though he'd only been there like 25 years.
Right.
They got short memories. But Glenda is pretty. Glenda is very pretty, stunningly beautiful, and very chipper in her personality as she continues to wreak havoc. Because let's break it down. We were talking about the true villain, and I'm monopolizing the conversation, so I'll come back to that. But just to cap on Glenda for the time being, she knew what she was getting into. She not only joined, she condoned. She wanted everything that the wizard was promising her. And she was trying to convince her friend to go along with it, not out of some misguided naivete, but because this is what I want. So do it so I can have what I want. And I've been in that situation before with another woman who wanted me to give up on my dream job so she could apply for it, just so she could leverage it against something else. She didn't even want it, but she told me don't apply for it because she knew she couldn't beat me. And she's like, if you don't apply for it, then I can apply for it. And then when I get it, then I can use this to raise the salary over here. But what about me? Well, there'll be another job come along for you. She said all that to my face. This was my friend. Right?
Keyword was?
And this was the same person who not even 6 months before that, we were all girl power, women in corporate, blah, blah, blah. And then you look me in my eye, in my car as I'm driving and tell me don't apply for the job so you can use it in a chess match.
That's when an ejector seat is needed.
Right?
Oh my God. I heard that y'all were the book. Y'all were talking about the book.
Yes. Has
Um,
anybody else read the book?
earlier,
No, I have not read the book.
okay, the book is morbid as hell,
I've heard things about the book.
and I
Thank
mean, Nessa Rose didn't even have arms. She, I'm like, I'm glad that they changed it because there's no way in hell. And she wasn't even in school. Elphaba was in school first. So it's like I like how they did it with the play, the book, the play, the movie. All three are completely different.
But Nessa Rose still went on to be,
Evil. She turned. She was nice, and that's the same thing with Glenda. People's like, oh, but Nessa, what the fuck, Nessa? She deserved that house falling on her.
Yes. Why was she outside anyway? If she hadn't been again 2 times here, if she hadn't been chasing a man that didn't want her, wouldn't had the house drop on her. Go home. Go sit in silence.
But you're so mad that this man didn't want you. You're gonna stop all the Munchkins from leaving. They're gonna need permission to leave.
She passed the law to keep him by her side.
To keep him. Yep, all of them.
Right. She wanted him so bad, but she didn't stop manipulating him. She kept manipulating him and then chasing after him like, she was still gonna get him.
Right.
They didn't care about the other ones. It was that law was just for him.
Right. And also remember, Glenda, this is Glenda's fault too, because Bach was in love with her, even though Bach was in love with Beauty. It was shallow, and all of it was shallow to begin with. She didn't like him. She never did. But she was like, you know what? I would love you if you did, if you would go dance with that girl over there. All of that was, machinations as well, because why are you sending him over there to gaslight this other girl? So she's the type of chick that would let another chick get roofied. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's Glenda.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And then he did all that thinking, okay, I danced with her and now it's me and you. And she's like, no, I got this cute guy over here. Get away from me. And so that's not even a love triangle. That's a love straight line, right? It's only going in one direction.
All of it was. Well,
yeah, because
except for Fiyero and Elphaba.
Yeah, because Nessa liked Bach, who liked
Glenda,
who liked Fiyero, who liked Elphaba. And Elphaba was actually going to let him go. She was going to let him marry Glenda because she's a freedom fighter. She ain't got no time for that.
And it kind of felt like she didn't want, when Glenda expressed it, because she knew, all right, this dude likes me. I kind of like him back. But then that scene where Glenda's like talking to her about it in their dorm room is like, oh, well, maybe I'll just step aside. Because she said something first. It's kind of like she beat her to the punch. It's like, for our friendship, you can go ahead, and I'll ignore the fact that he exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Nessa and Bach, they're both the same. It's just like she can't have him and he can't have Glenda, so they're gonna make everybody's lives miserable, which is crazy as hell. But yet,
what's up, Bryce? We're talking Wicked.
But yet she is. I don't even understand how she was able to read the book.
So I got a theory about that.
Yeah.
Oh, Elphaba, yeah.
Not Elphaba. You mean Elphaba read the book or Nessa Rose?
No, Nessa.
I think Nessa was able to read the book because she is blood related to Elphaba, and we assume that Elphaba is able to read the book because she has magic in her blood from the wizard. But the wizard has no magic at all. He can't read it at all. I think it was their mother. Their mother had the magic in her blood.
But she was the child that she was the prophecy because she was the child of both worlds.
Right.
Yeah, but
So-
that doesn't necessarily mean
wizard
that
didn't
she's the
have
only one
any
that can read
power.
magic. What'd you say, Teresa?
I said, but we know, like you said, the wizard didn't have any power.
Right, Wicked, a Black woman's struggle to exist in a world that hates her. Absolutely. But what I mean is, the prophecy was around like changing the world and changing Oz, and the book is a part of it. But I don't think being able to read the book is only Elphaba, because even Miss Marble had a little bit of magic, right?
Yeah.
And I think Nessa, in her desperation, can read it. And then I also now want to talk about the real villain of the whole story is the book. That book is an asshole. Like the book just decides, you know what?
Who's worthy?
Who's worthy? What do y'all, I decide and whenever you try to read and even Elphaba was trying to be very specific about what she asked for. And he was like, oh, you want your man not to die? You know what doesn't die? Straw. There you go.
Yeah, it's like a genie. You not sure what you're asking for.
Exactly.
Monkey's paw.
Mm-hmm.
You can make this wish, but it's going to be consequences.
Exactly.
So,
and I don't understand why as soon as Bach turned into the Tin Man, I don't understand why Elphaba it wasn't like, she did this to you. Because why we let, and I don't love anybody. I have a sister and I would not go to jail for her. Like, I am not taking the fall for somebody else's crime, especially when it was all rooted in selfishness anyway. I would look at Bach and be like, you are metal because she tried to keep you here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I saved your life.
I saved your life.
Yep.
This was the only way that I could tap in to save your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You had to.
You may not like the life that you have, but I saved it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, because she left.
Mm-hmm.
And her sister's like, you're going to go and save Fiyero and try and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get in front of everybody so that I can show that the wizard and even Elphaba was focused on, I need to prove that this man is a liar. Yeah. And you're doing it outside of the law, basically. It's
Bryce asked, is this all we're talking about? For now, we got other stuff on the agenda. So if you want, you can check back in like 30 minutes and see what we're doing.
So I think Bryce is not interested in Wicked.
No, I guess not. But that's fine. But yeah, give like check back in like 30 minutes and we might be moved on to the other stuff. Peace.
Just the evilness, and it's funny because even watching The Wiz, at the end, it's like everybody already had what they were looking for, which I need to watch the deleted scenes. I haven't watched those yet because I need to know how come the Scarecrow wasn't there when the Lion and the Tin Man was bashing Elphaba. Where were you?
The Scarecrow.
The Fiyero wasn't there when the Scarecrow, when the Tin Man, Bach, and that
the scene outside when they're when they were going off with Dorothy,
and they was using that music from the original movie, which was pretty cool. I like that. And he was talking and saying, and look, the lion,
kill the witch, kill the witch. Yeah, look what he did to the lion. Yeah,
and then turns and looks at Glinda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, of course you have a heart because your heart is broken. Your heart is hurting because she hurt you. But now you want to hurt Elphaba. It's like you want to get back at everybody. So you actually do have a heart. I could care less if that damn lion had courage or not, because he could have stayed his ass. They should have kept him in the fucking cage.
Well, let's talk about that. Because for me, the lion represents the colonized mindset.
Mm-hmm. Again, don't argue with people that Harriet Tubman would have left behind. That's how I look at the lion.
The lion had a point, and he never lied on her. He said, she took me out of the only home I ever knew.
Which is a cage.
And that's all people. And when people ask him his opinion, that's all he said. He never really had anything else to say about it other than, I'm uncomfortable, I'm scared. I never learned to be strong. She took me out of the only home I ever knew, and now I'm scared. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But the way it's twisted is it sounds like she did something wrong. He doesn't know that he is free. And that's what I mean about that colonized mindset. You'd rather be back in the cage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He doesn't
Uncle
know
Ruckus.
that he's free.
Mm-hmm.
Take the lid off a jar, the two flies stop jumping up because they think they're going to hit their head on it.
Yep.
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus. And whoever Sam Jackson's name is in Django, I can't never remember that character's name because I hate him so much. If I hate you that much, I block your name out my mind and I can never remember it.
Which means he did an excellent job in that role.
He did.
Oh man.
I think that's when I started disrespecting him and calling him Sam Jackson instead of Samuel L. Jackson. After that role, now you just Sam, because bro, what was this? What? So mad at you, bro.
That means he's a good actor. Yeah,
he's an excellent actor.
You leave Nick Fury alone.
Nick Fury, Gator. He's Gator as far as I'm concerned.
Wow.
From, what was it? Jungle Fever. That's why I always remember him.
That was 1,500 years ago.
It was. Gator is now vintage. I was having brunch earlier, and they were playing some really good like R&B on the little Spotify station, TV, whatever it was. And Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell was playing. And I looked up like, ooh, what station is it? And it said Golden Oldies, Volume 5.
That reminds me of the time when I asked Mark to have a photo in the photo shoot for the older, more seasoned cosplayers, and he decides to call it the Over the Hill photo shoot.
Mark was trying to get beat up. That's all that was.
Damage.
Mark was trying to get beat up. Oh man,
I got a million other things that we could talk about with this, just with this movie, but I'm gonna let y'all talk for a bit. So
I want to ask this question. I want to throw this out there. Okay. I never had any intentions of seeing Wicked or Wicked for Good, not because I don't think they're good movies, but I don't particularly care for musicals. That's just not my thing. But I went to see Wicked for Good with a friend of mine because she asked me to go see it with her. Outside of the musical aspect of it, which again, I don't really care for musicals, the story in the movie was excellent.
Yeah.
She told me that in Wicked,
you would like the story. The story more was the story of Elphaba
being a freedom fighter.
Yes.
Yes. It was more about her and just being as a woman of color being looked at as everybody in the school is like, what are you doing here?
Yep.
And then the second one is more about Glinda the good, Glinda being good and trying to manipulate the system while working within the system, trying to manipulate it, but not really caring about everybody else or what their needs are. She's just doing it with the flow. So you definitely would have liked the story more in the first one.
Yeah. Was there anything in the first one that addresses why she's green and no one else is?
Yes.
Okay.
The opening scene of the first film.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so, and then that carries on to the second one because you see the bottle.
Okay. And for the record, don't not spoil anything because I haven't seen it. Go ahead and spoil. Obviously, we're going to do that anyway. But
I forgot to put that one up there. My bad. 23 minutes into the show. There you go.
Right. And like I said, it's been a month. I saw it 3 times and I've forgotten everything already anyway.
Yeah, but, you would definitely like that. And the fact that the dancing, I know you said you don't like musicals, but for some reason you would appreciate this one with the dancing, especially Dancing Through Life and Popular and what was the other one? Of course, Defying Gravity, but there was another one between both of them fighting and the dancing. It's just it definitely gets you, and her singing the end when she hits that note. I'm telling you, every time I hear her sing, I get goosebumps.
Well, I'll put it to you this way: now that I've reached a break in something that I've been watching that Simone has been beating me over the head about, that I've watched it. I'm now at a point where I don't have a definite thing I'm watching, so I'm gonna try and watch it over the next couple of days because I do want to see the movie to get the whole story. It's just there was something else I was trying to make sure and watch before tonight, and then I'll take my break to watch Wicked.
What was it you were watching?
Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
Oh, well, you finally got around to that.
Okay.
I said I would have it watched by today.
But see, he wants to do the above and beyond. I just said watch Monarch.
Nope.
He wants to go and watch the Godzilla, King Kong. He wants to watch the whole. You don't need to do that, dude. Just watch.
I watched. No. We'll talk about that later as to why that's wrong. But we'll talk about that later.
I understand because it's just like the Marvels. You get everything is attached to Marvel Agents of Shield, the TV, the show. I get it. I get it. I get it.
But yeah, no, I was anyone else, and again, because I didn't see the first movie, I had no idea this was coming. Was anybody else shocked that The Wizard of Oz was the movie The Wizard of Oz was kind of taking place in the background as Wicked for Good was progressing? Or was that foreshadowed in the first one?
In the first one.
That's the point of the whole thing, is that Wicked is the story of the Wicked of Oz from Elphaba's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the Wicked of Oz, she's the Wicked Witch of the West.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when it's from her point of view, you see that all of that is really, it's a misunderstanding. Really, it's other people orchestrate.
It's not a misunderstanding. It's not a misunderstanding. Think about how how the propaganda machine will turn a 14-year-old teenager into a violent gang member, right? That's done on purpose to make sure that you don't empathize with logic, right? To make sure that you don't disrupt the system that is operating as it should. So anytime somebody says, hey, the system is wrong, that person is evil. That person is the devil. That person is a terrorist. All those sorts of things. Think about what they said about Ilhan Omar. Ilhan Omar called out police brutality in Minnesota 2 years before George Floyd was killed. And they tried to make her a member of the Taliban. Yeah. Right. And then when George Floyd was killed, how come nobody said anything? She's like, hello, what the fuck? Right. So them saying it's a misunderstanding absolves the Wizard and Miss Marvel and the rest of that press power of the very intentional demonization that they did of Elphaba. They did that on purpose.
Yeah. That misunderstanding is not the right word. You're right.
And that was all from the Wizard, because the Wizard was basically trying to slowly shift what Oz was into what he was used to from our world. So he gets there and it's pretty colors. It's everyone living in relative freedom, if you will, with obviously common decency, but no restrictions on them as far as how they go, how they speak, how they interact with each other. And they have interactions with animals. Literally all the animals can speak. And he gets there is like, yo, this ain't like my world.
Right. That's weird.
This is off. I gotta do something to fix this so it looks like what I'm comfortable with. And slowly but surely he just gets everyone to go along with it, because whatever the system he establishes, as Joy said, became the dominant thing that everyone just coalesced and just acquiesced to. It's like, oh, okay. The Wizard said it, so it must be right.
The Wizard said it, so it must be right. And the reason everybody believes the Wizard, because remember, he blows in on a balloon 30 years before.
They've never seen that before.
30 years before Dorothy gets there. And so when he gets there, and this is all in the first movie, so I'm spoiling this a little bit for you, but it's the Wizard of Oz, you know the story. When he gets there, there's a prophecy about somebody being able to read a book, and if you can read this weird book, then you'll unleash magic and blah blah blah, and it'll be a different world, etc. And so when this weirdo from the sky that looks like magic comes and lands in Oz, they're like, "Can you read the book?" And he was like, "Yeah,
Omaha."
It's in Nebraska. Like he just starts saying words. They don't know what it means. And they're like, I think maybe it was a little bit like, because the book is an asshole. So I think the book was like, woo, and did like a little bit of something. And then it never opened again. And then he used that and his knowledge of like engineering and special effects to convince people that he was this great and mighty wizard. And he ain't got no power, right? It's all smoke and mirrors. But they're also keeping an eye out for anyone that can fulfill his prophecy, because now that he's in power, we don't want none of that.
Right.
So anybody with a little bit of power
came into play.
Mm-hmm. You
And
know,
then
I have to wonder.
I don't even know her timeline on when she got to the school and was able to read only a few lines, and she knew that the wizard wasn't real or who he said he was. And then you have Elphaba, who finally shows up and she
can read it without delay. Now, here's something else I'm just not thinking about. We don't, like you said, we don't know how long Miss Marvel has been at that school, but the school, if it's a 2 or 3 year finishing school, whatever, it's only a few generations, right? So if she was in that school around the time that the wizard got there, and she could read a couple of lines, what if she was the student that Glinda was trying to be? You know, like she had a little bit of magic understanding. She couldn't read the rest of the book, but the wizard is there, and the wizard's like, hey, come here, girl, let me tell you something. So me and you, we can get this going, and I'm gonna put you back at the school, and you keep an eye out for anybody coming this way and then trying to take our power. Because before all of this happened, Miss Marvel was the most respected teacher of witchcraft and whatever that there was, right? And she ain't really taught nobody nothing in all this time, you know, other than how to maybe turn a candle on or something. And so what if Glinda was being groomed to be the next version of that? You know,
she was.
She was.
It very much felt like that, because they even have a discussion where she's like, be quiet, do what I say, and everything will be all right. Like grooming her to learn how to not question certain things, just accept this is the way things are. Like you have everything going for you, until Glinda started acting on what she could clearly see with her own 2 eyes. Then all of a sudden there was a problem.
When did Glinda act on what she saw with her own 2 eyes?
She confronted Marvel.
At the end. Yeah, at the end. She's like, come here, you're gonna want to see this. I was like, okay, man. I was like,
yes, it was at the end. I'm not saying she did it earlier.
Yeah, it was at the end, to recognize that she didn't confront Marvel to save Elphaba. As far as she knows, Elphaba is dead. She confronted Marvel in a power grab.
Yeah.
Now Glinda is the most powerful person in Oz, because the wizard is leaving, right? And basically she did for him what they do for all CEOs. I'm gonna let you resign. If you step down, right, go. I got this from here. You know, and then at the end, you see the book kind of when Glinda walks by, because the book is an asshole, right? So the book is like more chaos. Hey, Glinda, let's play. There's no telling what she would do. She'd be a complete egomaniac.
To me, that was Elphaba giving her blessing to the book, passing it on, saying that she is worthy, because watching the director story, or them telling the story of the end, I again crying crazy, because that wasn't in the script of her going into the closet and they both touching the door at each other, and I'm like, okay, y'all got me. I'm not supposed to be crying in this movie like this. Crazy. But you know, so she was truly hurt, and just to see her hat, I think that was like her, no pun intended, last straw.
I'm not the last straw.
You say last straw, really?
Hey,
really?
I mean,
no pun intended. But that was it for her. and you know, it was like, this was, she saw the glass bottle and realized this was your child. This is what you did. You need to go. Get the fuck out of my town. Get out. I don't care where you go, but you got to get out of here.
Yes, to get out of here. Make up a reason.
We also need to talk about the ruby slippers that Glinda just gave away. And all of this is coming from the fact that Glinda is mad that the boy she liked don't like her.
Right.
And she goes on a petty rampage. First off, I don't care if you are trying to ride this power line or whatever, trying to be adjacent to power, whatever. You were supposed to be my friend. You said I was the only friend that mattered. And then also remember, Elphaba was gonna let Fiyero marry Glinda. The only reason she interrupted the wedding is because she was freedom fighting for the animals that was trapped underneath the building and everything. Very, very similar to the way that enslaved Africans used to be trapped under the church that was on top of the fortress on the point of no return. I just made that connection myself. Ew. But she let them all out because they didn't need to be in there. She didn't mean to disrupt the wedding. And honestly, if they hadn't kept trying to get her to do wrong, she wouldn't have been there. She'd have just skipped the whole wedding in the first place. All of this was to draw her in so they could kill her. And Glenda knew that they were trying to kill her. She knew that. And when she couldn't have her man, because her little perfect world wasn't what she wanted, not only did she figure out a way to get her attention, she put Nessa Rose in danger. She's like, yeah, go after her sister and she'll come out. I didn't know you were going to kill her. What you thought we was going to do?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We can kill everybody else. We told everybody to kill her on sight. You thought we wasn't going to kill her sister? And Miss Marvel did that. The whole tornado was her little power.
Yep. Weather manipulation. Mm-hmm.
And then after all of that, now you done killed my sister just to get me to show up. And you got the nerve to give my mother's heirloom shoes to some raggedy trick that came out this house. I should kill you where you stand. Glenda should have been dead time and time again.
Right.
Yes.
You wouldn't even need no magic. You just need a couple holes.
I sent you the map, James.
Yes. It's in the Facebook chat.
Got it.
Because I didn't even realize there was that many places. Do you know what can you describe the map when we put it up?
Yeah, they are all different. The different cities, because you got Fierro's city, where
Glenda's from. Because Glenda's not a Munchkin.
No, Glenda's not a Munchkin.
No. But is Nessa Rose a Munchkin? Because she was the mayor of Munchkin Land.
Yes.
Her father, yeah. Well,
yeah, because her and Elphaba have different fathers.
Yeah, so Elphaba's half Munchkin, half wizard. Spoiler. Somebody else said that Jeff Goldblum being a wizard and getting with black woman tracks because black women don't play about Jeff Goldblum, and they so right. They are so right about that. Jeff Goldblum is zaddy, and he can get it any day, any year.
Oh my gosh.
God, I was going to tell y'all something and I forgot.
There we go. There's the map.
Change so I can see.
So the
so the Vencus is the country where Fierro's from.
Okay.
Right.
Then you had the Quadling country. That there was somebody in the book that came from there, and I think that's who's Nessa's father. Nessa Rose's father.
Okay.
Wasn't really, that man really wasn't anybody's father. The man of Munchkin Land. Nessa and Elphaba had the same mother but different fathers, and it wasn't the mayor.
And neither one of them was a Munchkin.
Right.
Then you have the Munchkin Land. What's that? Gilgus. That is the original. I think this is where in the book where Elphaba finds the there's somebody that she's looking for that actually gives her power, because she doesn't truly have power. And then once Glenda passes away or moves on, there is an original. What was the original person? The original person who was killed. They had a daughter, and the daughter was pushed away or hidden away. And then once she came about or came of age, she took over and became the new person over all of Emerald City and Munchkin Land. You got Emerald City. You see Emerald City, and then up to the right is where Shiz University is.
Okay.
And really, I was trying to find where they went off, and in the movie, it just says the outskirts. It really doesn't say which area that they went to.
I don't know how I feel about this top left being called Oogaboo. I just no. But even there, it seems like there's an arrow going to something else over there. Oh, that's even worse. I can't see
Yeah.
it.
But the Vancus country is where Fiero's castle is, and in the book, that's where Elphaba goes.
Yeah.
And she stays there, and that's where the melting happens. She gets water thrown on her. But in the movie, it's like she's in a treehouse.
She's in the treehouse for a minute, but after Fiero finds her, he tells her to go to the castle. She's in the castle when she gets melted. Yeah.
Yeah, they run off together into there, but they
don't run off to the castle together. They run off from the castle.
Yeah, he told her to go to the castle.
Go to the castle after
that whole door scene. All of that is in the castle.
So yeah, this is a lovely map of everybody.
Yeah, and now if and we've all seen Wicked for Good, I want to know. So here's where we get into shenanigans. Go
ahead, Joy. Go ahead. Yeah, be rolling.
I want to know when her first off, breaking ankles of Fiero over here. I want to know where they're going, because they're all the animals were going underground in some port, right, or some like space going underground and apparently coming up in some other land, and that's where they ended up. But when you see her and Fiero walking around later, they look like they straight in some like crystallized sand dunes. Like, are there people?
Yeah, wasteland.
Wasteland. I don't know if I would give up the castle for a wasteland.
Right.
Especially when I don't have the jerk book now to even help me build a house.
I wonder if the underground tunnel, the passage that the animals were taking, my take on it is it was to avoid the wasteland that Elphaba and Fiero had to traverse to get to wherever they're going.
Okay. Well, it's not like Fiero's hungry. So they'll be all right. And then the question that has Simone cracking up is, I'm just wondering, what's up with Fiero everywhere? Like, he's burlap and straw.
It's all straw.
Everything about that itches. All of it.
Yes,
and wet straw is
James, that was me at lunch.
Wet straw is nasty. And so I don't understand. I guess I understand the mental side of their relationship, but physically,
if there were more movies, my money says Elphaba finds a way to fix him.
So that's the thing, is because there's a movie called Son of a Witch.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's Elphaba's son or if it's Glenda's son.
It's Elphaba's son.
It's just
Elphaba's son.
So, and then, I mean, depending on the timing, it could be that one time they got it on before he got turned into a straw monster. Maybe she got pregnant. I don't know.
In the book, I want to say they got it on more than once.
Yes, they had an affair in the book.
They did.
Yeah.
In the books, because in the book there's a whole part about him watching her bathe with oil.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stalker much? I mean, sure.
No, they were in the bed, and so he just looked over, and she was, instead of taking a bath, she was like rubbing like body oil on, and then like using like a little scraper to scrape it off, and that's how she got clean. Which implies that, because even in the book they imply that water does hurt her.
Right.
She never wanted to take a bath when she was little, and that she instinctively knew that it would kill her or something. So,
well, they tried to bathe her as a baby, and it hurt.
Yeah. And so we don't know
Which
about.
is weird, because we never even see her get wet at all in the movie.
No, never.
They allude to them throwing water on her, but we don't see it.
Right. And that's the trick that ends up allowing us to have a happy ending, is that she played everybody and used a trap door. Was like, I'm melting. No, because I don't know that I would yell out, I'm melting, if you watch me melt. You figure it out.
I mean, if you're really trying to sell it to a bunch of stupid people.
Yeah.
And a 14-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But wait, I'm thinking about something now from the original.
Wait, before you do that, Joe, also think about the fact that the Wizard of Oz was a master of special effects.
Mm-hmm.
So the image of her burning and melting, how do we know that's not, obviously the wizard didn't do it, but that could just be some sophisticated special effect to help sell the idea that she's dead.
Yeah, I absolutely think that she cast a little, because the only person that saw it was
Dorothy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you hear
But
that.
then how did Fiyero know where she was? It's
Right.
like, did you have this conversation? You know, it's like, to me, Elphaba had this conversation with Dorothy, then Dorothy told Fiyero.
No,
Wait, hold on. Maybe I'm misunderstanding, but isn't the castle like the castle was like in Fiero's family? I thought.
yeah, Fiyero knows that castle inside and out. Remember, there's a moment where one of them flying monkeys brings her a letter, and it's from Fiyero while they're on their way to get her. And that letter probably says, "Hey, use this. We're coming. Dorothy's coming to get you, whatever, and we can fake your own death." And that's how he would have found her.
I'll be there in a minute.
Right.
Okay.
I also am thinking back to when Dorothy and the Scarecrow, she picks up everybody along the way. And remember, it's her first, and then she meets the Tin Man, and then the Scarecrow, or vice versa.
It's the Scarecrow first, then the Tin Man, then the Lion.
Then the Lion. Right. And so but then they all get kidnapped by the wizard and his people, and he tells her, go and get her broom or whatever. Because we're wondering, where is Fiyero when the Lion and the Tin Man are talking? I distinctly remember in the original Wizard of Oz, the flying monkeys or somebody had the Scarecrow and they were pulling all his stuffing out. I remember that scene.
That did happen.
That's at the end, though. After
I think that's when they're heading towards the cat, like just outside of the witch's castle.
Okay.
Yeah, they're heading there because even in the book
from Oz,
she said she sends them to go and get Dorothy
and bring her
to her, but then Fiyero takes his straw off and covers her because she sends bees or something metal, and it attacks Dorothy, and then everybody dies except for the Lion. So the Lion is the one that ends up being with her, which is funny because he's the one that helps Glinda at the end help rule Oz.
Interesting.
Wait, where does this take place?
That's in the book.
Ooh.
The book is so different. It's so deep.
Yeah,
that's
so it's play.
And lore,
like animal rights in the book.
Lore, because I was reading through it, trying to figure out everything, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that the Lion became
the cowardly,
one of the guardians, and everybody,
and this is the book, The Wizard of
him.
Oz, not the book for Wicked.
This is the book for Wicked.
This is the book Wicked.
The Wicked
by Gregory Maguire.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, I just want to make sure I got the right thing pulled up.
Matter of fact, I remember a couple of scenes in the book where I was like, "What is going on?" That was like some kind of weird animal orgy at one point.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I was like, "What the hell?"
I had something like tied up, and he was a little roofied. I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
And I feel like it was one of the characters that in the book. It wasn't the main character, but I was like, who? Somebody save him. And then they never, he just comes back looking haunted, and they never really talked about it again. I was like, that's wild. But it also leads to more animal abuse because, similar to people having that one experiment that they had in college and they don't want to talk about it. And now they hate all gays. Like it's that same type of energy. Right.
Yeah.
Because it was when they went to, in the movie, they went to whatever the little nightclub was.
Yeah, the nightclub.
Yes, and that's what it was.
The club was some freaky, sneaky stuff. Yeah.
Right. Because everybody was getting booed up in the club.
Yeah.
But in the book, there are animals in the club too, capital A.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, because there were no animals. Wait, what? I thought Elphaba taught, like, oh gosh, what is it? I'm trying to remember the first movie. Does she
She
run
talked to the
into-
goat there. They were having like a secret meeting underground somewhere.
meeting? Yeah, she was meeting up with the goat before the party.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, when she ran into Fiero.
I also found it interesting that over time, if you if people don't listen to you, you lose the ability to use your voice. Like if you
Voice.
can't be heard, eventually you stop knowing how to speak. There's also a little bit of like not Stockholm syndrome, but like, success of the oppressor. Like you've given up trying to speak, or you've lost the ability to because your voice was silenced for so long. Like it's really deep.
Okay. Cool.
But also, okay, so the Tin Man is immortal and the Scarecrow is immortal. Because how do you die if you just straw? I suppose he could burn. But
Or they could
then
just pull him completely apart.
Tin Man, though, I feel like he
Rust.
rust.
Well,
I guess
because
he was
the
rusted
Wizard of Oz, he's already
Mhm.
rusted from the
Yeah.
storm.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Because
actually, one of the shows that came, and it was kind of funny. It was,
Emerald City.
no, was it the Wizard? Was it called the Wizard of Oz, or the one with the? It was basically more the story of the wizard, and it was 3 sisters. It was Glinda, Elphaba, and another sister.
Oh,
That sister ended up being killed by Glinda, being killed
yeah,
by.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, that one was Emerald City. That was on
That was-
NBC.
that was- Okay,
yeah, that was Emerald City.
I
Yeah, and it
remember that. I remember
Yeah, it
that.
didn't get a
baby.
second season. It was really
Yeah, that
good
was
too.
an excellent show.
That
It was
was
a
really
show
good.
or a movie because it had the
It was a show.
God. What the hell was that guy's name? I can't remember his name. I need to
From
look.
Emerald City.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the IMDb page now. Which character are we talking about?
the wizard.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Is that the what other show was he in?
He's Kingpin in
Law and
Daredevil.
Order.
No, that's not him.
I know who you're talking about. Is the white guy who
Yes.
played like I know I see his face.
Well, again, the wizard is Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio, right?
No, it's not him. But he wasn't a wizard. I want to say he was a 10.
Okay.
Who was the 10 Man?
The Tin Man was Seymour. So I'm trying to pull up the
See,
cast
they don't
right
have
now.
him listed as they don't have him listed as the Tin Man for Emerald City.
No, it wasn't a. I don't want to say it was a TV show because it was a.
Yeah, because I'm only seeing Cowardly Lion and Scarecrow.
So the Tin Man was named Jack in Emerald City, and his real name
Jack
is
Pumpkinhead.
Jaron Howell.
It's
Yeah.
not him. There was another movie like this or whatever, and Zooey Deschanel was in it. Or Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel.
And the only reason I know that is because I didn't know who Zoe Deschanel was at the time. And
Okay.
the way the credits would play, I thought the guy who I'm thinking of name was Zoe Deschanel. And so I would be labored under that misunderstanding for like a year. And then I couldn't ever
Oh, it's called Tin Man,
Tin Man.
and it's
Yes.
from
Got it.
2007.
And who's in that cast?
Give me just a second. All right, Tin Man, 2007, Zoe Deschanel. The main
Neil
cast.
McDonough.
There you go.
Oh, him.
Yes. This guy. I thought his name was Zoe Deschanel for a long time.
No. Neil McDonough's been in a lot of stuff. He's that guy. He's one of those guys you recognize in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
No, seriously, he is. He is one of those dudes.
Oh, that's who was he in Arrow, James?
Damien Dark.
Yeah, thank you.
This
Yeah.
guy.
Yep.
Mhm.
He was also in Captain America as Dum Dum Dugan.
Okay, so it was Emerald City. No,
Okay, wait. We all of us.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't Emerald City, but I love Emerald City because that was my girl.
Yep.
Florence
from
Kasumba.
from
the
Black
black-
Panther.
The black chick. Yeah,
Florence Kasumba. Yeah,
That's who I wanted to cosplay her.
Wait, how do you pronounce her name, James?
Florence Kasumba, I believe.
Okay.
Or Kasuma. Florence Kasumba. Excuse me. Yes. She's the Dora Milaje in Civil War that told Black Widow move or be moved.
She's so fine.
I really wanted to see that fight.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to see that fight.
What fight? That wouldn't have been a fight. Widow would have got her. Man, I'm tired of people saying this would be a good fight. No, it wouldn't. Stop lying like that.
I still wanted to see it.
Widow has skills. She ain't touching the Dora Milaje. I need people to get
now
over that.
We're talking it. I want to go find Tin Man and check this out too.
Okay, I can't. It was just on, and I need to find the right, because it was called The Wizard. It was called The Wizard of Oz, or The Wizard, or it was because it was just about the wizard.
Okay.
It wasn't about
movie or TV show.
It was a movie. It was a movie. It wasn't a TV show. It was a movie. And it was funny because it was like, well, not funny, but it was. I
Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yes,
that sounds right.
Yes,
that's 2013. Yep.
Yes, that's it.
I googled movie about the Wizard of Oz from his point of view, and they were like, "Oh, this."
Oh yeah, the James
Franco. I couldn't think of his freaking name.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Mila Kunis. Okay, so she played Elphaba.
Although, just like Emerald City, we see the three sisters, at least in the title art for this. I've never seen it, so I don't know how much of a focus or how much airtime the three of them get. But again, the wizard and the three sisters.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And in that movie, kind of funny because in that movie, the two sisters, which was, I don't know who the hell the other one was, but Elphaba and the other one had Glinda tied up, and the wizard was the one that was trying to free her, and even told Elphaba, "I know you're not bad. If you want to come back, you will be welcomed." And then she flies off, and then Glinda kills the other sister.
Of course.
There's
I already want to
names
see
in
this
this film.
It's got Bill Cobbs and Tony Cox. I already want to see it. I don't care about anybody else in this movie. I want to see this film now.
I mean, it's cheesy. It is cheesy, but it's cute. It's cute because now it's like you're learning all of the, okay, well now this is just concentrating on the wizard, and now this one was just concentrating on Elphaba, this one was just concentrating on Glinda. So it's like all of these little backstories. Then you got the Wizard of Oz concentrating on Dorothy, and then you got the Wiz,
right? Concentrating on Michael Jackson and the Crows.
It's got Tony Cox in it. Of course, it's cheesy.
True.
He's the little person from the movie with him and it's a Christmas movie where he plays an elf with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah,
Bad
Santa. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh my god, he's the worst. He's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. Again, the fact that he's in this movie,
wasn't he
I gotta
also
see
in
it
Friday?
Yes.
Yes,
Miss Parker's husband.
Was Parker's husband. Wow. So, any last words on Wicked or Wicked for Good?
I thoroughly enjoyed watching this on the big screen because, again, my only experience watching Wicked was seeing the stage play twice. So I always have this aversion to a stage play being adapted into a movie. Is always my concern. But after Chicago and what did we talk about last year? Color Purple. It can be done properly now because in the past they've been horrible. Like they've not gotten a good rep as far as like not succeeding because they either remove the musical element of the storytelling, which is pretty much what drives it on the stage play, or they just completely want to do their own thing, devoid of the original, whatever the original stage play story is. So those three stand out the most for me. Is like, yeah, successfully they can be done if you just leave it alone for the most part.
You have the best director.
Did anybody see Cats?
No.
That
And
was
that's
the
the
worst
bad
thing I've ever
example.
seen in my life.
I think I saw it like streaming. It was terrible.
It was horrible. And what I'm getting at is like, sometimes a musical can be translated to film well if you just leave it alone. They should have touched that movie. They should have not have left it alone. Because the
Yeah.
play itself,
The
I heard people say
Broadway
that
show,
this
I
movie-
saw the Broadway show, which was nice. The movie was horrible.
I have not heard
I heard that the movie was exactly like the Broadway show, and I was like, why has it stayed on Broadway for so long? If that's
because
the
it's
case, it can't be true. Okay.
No, but the movie was
Because
just terrible.
The movie was terrible. The singing on the Broadway show, I mean, you had the theater guys that were, again, I can see their faces, but I don't know their names. The one that was in what's that show that everybody watches at midnight?
Girl, what?
BET Uncut.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. The guy that was in there, he was in Cats. So it's like you have all of these famous people in there when the show first came out. I mean, I think it was the longest running.
It was.
It did run for a
while.
while. Tim Curry.
It really
That's his
was.
name.
It was the longest running show on Broadway. Mm-hmm.
Now, you know what's funny? Everything that Tim Curry has done in his life, I know him as Rooster, being Miss Hannigan's brother in Annie the movie. That's where I first saw him. And so every time I see him, I just see Rooster. It's weird how we make those connections. Rooster.
First time I saw him was as the butler.
Huh?
First time I saw him was as the butler in Clue.
Yes, he was great in that too. He's a great actor.
Yeah, first time I ever saw him was Luther.
Films.
Was what?
Luther.
I haven't seen Luther.
Luther is a good watch. It is a very good watch.
I watched like the first season, maybe. That's Idris Elba, right?
Yes.
I did watch some of it, but then I lost it for a while and it fell off. Yeah. But speaking of things that we watched, I think we spent enough time on Wicked. Hopefully our guest that was in here that didn't want to hear this can come back now.
He'd be all right.
And catch the rest of it or not. But what else have y'all been watching? Yes, shenanigans time.
Stranger Things.
So I have been. I finally watched Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, and what I did because I've never been a big kind of kaiju person, so I catch monster movies here and there, but I've never made a conscious effort to sit down and watch. The only one I did was Pacific Rim. Other than that, I catch monster movies when they're on and I'll watch. So for this one, Simone, I watched in the chronological order. I didn't care about the release order because it's no secret. It's about, how some things, if you watch chronological versus release, certain plot elements get spoiled. We all know this is some shit about monsters. So there's nothing really to spoil, in my opinion.
Okay. Yep.
The series Monarch is so damn good. Okay. Even if you don't care about monsters, it's still an excellent watch because you've got a secret organization that's funded by the military, that they operate kind of like Black Ops, and they've got their own internal political system. Like Kurt Russell. So hold on. So I did Kong Skull Island, Skull Island, Godzilla, and Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. I've also watched Godzilla King of Monsters, but I watched that one years ago. So there are two movies that I have not watched, but they take place after Monarch: Legacy of Monsters. That's Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Again, those take place after Monarch, so I haven't watched them yet. Gotcha. A couple of things that really stood out that I just kind of like were actually jaw-dropping.
See, but that's what I wanted to ask you, Furious. And it had to do with Godzilla x Kong. Is it after Monarch?
Chronologically, yes. Chronologically. Go ahead.
Because at the end of Monarch, isn't that Scar? Isn't that Scar coming out at the end of Monarch? And I'm like, okay, where is this falling in the timeline? Because if this is Scar escaping, that means that then it was Monarch, then it was Godzilla x Kong. So it's like, okay.
It possibly, we're not 100% sure, but possibly. But one of the things that jumped out at me was, I want to make sure I'm looking, where's my timeline so I can look at this correctly. I love that. So has everybody else seen Monarch Legacy of Monsters?
No, they
No.
have not.
Okay, so this is just
Again, we put
right
the
now.
disclaimer early in the show. Spoilers. Please continue. Don't stop on our behalf.
So the main character, so the big plot of Monarch Legacy of Monsters is there's this character who has two families, one in San Francisco, one in Japan. And he dies in Godzilla, right, Simone?
Does he know?
Well, no, they think that he dies in Godzilla. They think he dies in Godzilla. So the main plot of the story is the daughter in San Francisco travels to Japan to take care of her father's affairs.
Okay.
She finds a lease with an address on it and some keys. And she goes to this apartment in Japan, and he's got a whole nother family living in that apartment.
Oh.
He's got another wife, a brother who is 23, 24, somewhere in his early 20s. She's also in her early 20s because she's a school teacher.
And they actually, people don't believe that Godzilla destroyed.
Right, because the cab driver, when she gets to Japan, the cab driver says that all of San Francisco was done with CGI and that it was a hoax. When this woman who's sitting in the cab actually watched a school bus full of her kids fall to the ocean and all those kids died. So she knows it's real, and he's sitting there telling her it's a hoax and it was CGI. But yeah, so she gets to Japan. She finds out she's got this whole other family. They the son discovers, when they find out who his dad works for. And Simone, definitely, if I miss anything, interrupt me and fill in the blanks, because I know I'm gonna miss some stuff, because I just binged. I think I binged almost all of it over 2 days. So I'm definitely gonna have some stuff maybe not in the correct order. From Kong Skull Island, John Goodman's character is actually one of the founders of Monarch, this government agency, because the father who they think died, his grandparents and uncle, one is a military guy, two of them are military guys, and one of them is a scientist. They stumble upon some stuff that lets them know, hey, what the hell's going on? There are these things that we can't explain. So they stumble upon Godzilla and all these others that they're calling them Titans. And nobody believes that these Titans are real except these three people. They have a demonstration with the government or with the military to get military funding to say, hey, we need to fund this organization so that we can track these Titans and, prevent them from killing all of humanity. They find out that the monsters feed on radiation. So they ask the government for, what's the material that the atomic bomb is made out of?
Uranium.
Thank you. They asked the government for uranium, and the government, or the military being the military, they give it to them in bomb form, because they like, well, you didn't specify how you wanted it, so we're going to give it to you how we're used to dealing with it.
So Paul, hold on for a second. So is Hiroshima worked into this?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. It's only subtly referenced because the scientists asked the military for 150 pounds of uranium, and the guy and the general says that's more than what we dropped on Hiroshima.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
What about Chernobyl? Is that referenced?
Chernobyl so far hasn't been referenced.
Okay.
At least not in Monarch. The only place that's
nuclear
referenced
accidents in history.
What's the one in Japan, Simone? In that's from the Godzilla movie. Do you remember what city that was?
The Hiroshima or
So in Godzilla with dude from Malcolm in the Middle, Bryan Cranston, the facility that he worked at in Japan. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah. The where the black guy escaped with the girl and okay.
Yeah. But
with a head.
Sorry, I'm getting off track. So with Monarch, essentially they fund this agency. The military gives them their 150 pounds of uranium, but it's in bomb format. So they use that to lure Godzilla out because, like I said, they feed on radiation. The military thinks they've killed Godzilla. So they're like, nope, we're done with it. We don't need to deal with you guys anymore. But the scientists from Monarch discover Godzilla's not actually dead.
He just chilling, taking a power nap.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because it was a fisherman that sees him, or he swims by, or something crazy to where the
an atomic by a power now.
Right. Well, and that happens in one of the other movies where when he gets severely damaged, he essentially hibernates to regenerate and build himself back up.
Yeah.
Because that's
that's the king of
monsters, I think.
Yeah, king of the monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So you got this government agency, they're doing all this stuff. They've got this map of where all of the possible titans across the world might be. And there's also this, have any of you ever heard the theory of the hollow earth?
Yep.
Yeah. They worked that into the movie as well, into the series, because that's where the monsters are from. And they use...
Didn't they do that in the King Kong movie?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Yeah. But King Kong is in the whole monster verse for all of this stuff.
Yeah, because some of this was sounding familiar, but I was like, I know I didn't see this movie, but I remember them being underground and there were other monsters and whatnot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that whole hollow earth is how the monsters are able to travel across the world and be undetected.
Yeah, Land of the Lost, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah.
Yep. All that stuff is that whole hollow earth theory. And in this, the character played by Kurt Russell, Kurt Russell is the modern version of him. I forget the guy's name.
His son.
Him in the past.
That's his son.
Yeah. But he's been to this hollow earth place. So he's one of the people who's like, I know it's real. I've been there. Mm-hmm. But, the government doesn't believe him. The government is just like, oh, you disappeared for a while and then you resurfaced.
Right. But see, the time difference there is crazy because he was there for
20 years by our time, because much like, what did they say? The closer you are to the source of gravity, time moves differently for you. Yeah. So he was down there for maybe
a couple of days.
It wasn't even a week.
Yeah, it was just
and then he was able to get out.
Yeah, in our time, 20 years has passed.
Oh, goody.
So, everybody else is like, how is this 90-year-old dude still looking this good? And he's like, yeah, because 20 of those years were like a couple of days for him. I'm trying to make sure I hit the high points and not like.
Well, now you know what Dad went when he said he was going to get milk and didn't come back.
Wow. Center of the earth.
One of the other things that happens is the grandmother of the three scientists that originally formed Monarch. One of them, she appears to have been killed in an accident, or she falls and they think she's died, but she ends up in Hollow Earth.
8 months.
For her, Hollow Earth has been, she says, 57 days.
Oh, it's 57 days. Okay.
So 2 months roughly.
She's always been like the brains of the operation. But for her, it's been since World War II up until 2015.
Crazy. She got a whole new generation.
Yeah, that's how much time
decades have passed.
Like, they've missed putting a man on the moon, They're not aware of any of these things that have happened in history.
First Black president, they missed a lot.
Right? I mean, it's to give you kind of they do
transistors.
Right. One of the things that they throw in that I like that they threw it in and they kind of addressed it, but didn't take a lot of time addressing it. Again, this is World War II time. You got a female Japanese PhD working and telling these white men what to do in this company. And this military general says, oh, no. She's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
And later in the show, they make it a point to address that because she's kind of like, I've got all these degrees and all this experience, and I'm still just one of the good ones.
Let me tell you something. I was waiting for them to say, "You're my father." I was waiting, but it turns out that they're not.
Right.
This, it's not, I was like,
so they get with the brother and sister, and then the friend of the brother. Her name is May. The brother is Kentaro, and the sister is Kate. Like I said, they're essentially the meat of this series because without the three of them, none of this would even be going on. Gotcha. So like I said, their whole thing is they find all these secret documents from their dad's office. The hacker chick, starts trying to decrypt it, and something she's decrypting calls home. So now Monarch is like, well, wait a minute. Somebody's got our shit. We need to go find out who this is and where these people are. So that's how they get brought back into the picture. And like any other rogue Black Ops agency, they go and they kidnap this woman. They kidnap her in Japan, trying to get the information out of her as to where are our files, what are you doing?
Blackmailer.
She doesn't know what's going on because, again, she's just trying to close out her father's affairs. She's just like, my dad died. I'm just here to take care of his stuff, and then I want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
So they blackmail her.
You got a whole new family.
Yeah.
The brother also, they find him and they track him to his house with his mother. And his mother is like, hey, if you got something that belongs to them, just give it to them and they'll leave you alone.
No, they won't. No, they won't. It never works that way.
But she says that just for their benefit because she secretly hands her son a picture of his dad.
Mm.
And so she's stalling to give him time to escape. So he escapes. The team that's there finds out, and I'm actually kind of surprised they don't do anything to the mother. They just bounce and leave her alone
because she don't know anything.
Yeah, but when does that ever stop a Black Ops organization from taking somebody hostage and using them as
which they're doing to the Black hacker to her sister.
Right. The Black woman, they do that to, not the white folks.
Well, there's your answer.
Well, I'm sorry, not the Japanese family.
Again, there's your answer.
Well, yeah. So, okay, where am I now? Fast forward a little bit because there's some other things that take place, but not necessarily anything of great importance. They find out that the person, the picture is not of Kentaro's father. It's of his uncle, who is the dude that was trapped in Hollow Earth for 20 years. Who happens to be a colonel in the military, but they've got him in some retirement home that's really a facility where they place people that they can't just outright kill. So they've got him in this retirement community where they're monitoring his actions. They've got an ankle bracelet monitor on him and all that good stuff. They get there
and deemed crazy.
Right. So they get there, they start talking to him, and Kurt Russell being Kurt Russell, his character takes a knife and cuts off his ankle monitor and says, all right, you got 60 seconds. What are we going to do? So that starts this worldwide journey of, all right, here are all the places my father has been. Here are the places where we think he's going. And all along the way, Sometimes they run into Titans and they escape. Sometimes they run into Titans and a couple of people die. They find his father. They figure out,
see him,
I'm sorry.
and they're like, "You're not dead. You're alive." And then he doesn't even care that his children are there trying to find him, because he just jets. It's more, he cares more about the Titans than anything else. But he tells them to go. He's like, "Get away. You shouldn't be here."
Because in the World War II era, they developed this device that will emit fake radiation and summon a Titan. But you know, now it's 2015, and this big ass device is small enough that he can fit it on the back of a pickup truck. So he's taking this device all around the world, trying to summon a Titan. And the theory is that we can summon a Titan. Maybe they can close the portal between our Earth and Hollow Earth, so that the Titans can no longer come onto our Earth and destroy shit. Because
and they don't realize Godzilla is actually the one that is keeping the Titans in check.
Yeah.
That when they come out of Hollow Earth, Godzilla's like, "Okay, motherfucker, you know you're not supposed to be here. Get your ass back there." He fucks them up, kills them, or puts them back in. And then that's his clash with King Kong. They're both the Titans to where they're keeping track of.
So the thing with King Kong and Godzilla is they are the two alphas. But you know, in this scenario, there can only be one true alpha. So they try to keep the two of them separated because of all the destruction that would happen.
Right.
And in one of the movies, who's the three-headed dragon from the Godzilla series?
Gamera. Is it Gamera? I think it's Gamera.
No, that's not it.
Ghidra.
Yeah, Ghidra.
Ghidra.
Apparently, Ghidra is an alien. Again, as we're doing all of this, they're uncovering all these, I don't want to call them myths, but or stories that are passed down through oral history, as you know, a lot of people will do, as well as and cave drawings and whatnot. And every ancient culture around the world, except our modern culture, has reference of all of these Titans, because every Titan apparently used to live or to coexist in an ecosystem with people. Because the Skull Island where King Kong is, he is the protector of all the people on that island, and they revere him as their god. The same thing with Mothra and Godzilla and just different people around the world, ancient peoples. They regard them as their gods and their protector.
But Ghidorah is an animal. I mean, an alien.
An alien, yeah. And I didn't realize that because, again, I don't really watch the monster movies. So I did a quick Google search on him. And apparently he's an alien. And in some other Godzilla movies, apparently Earth has lended Godzilla to Mars to fight for them. Like, there's a whole crazy
How you lend a god?
Huh? What'd you say, Joy?
How do you lend a god?
Hey, I'm just that's what they were doing in some of these old Godzilla movies.
Wait. How you get to Mars?
Again, I don't know. When they started talking about
wait. Hold on. Let me backtrack a little further. Who on this planet has the authority to give permission to another planet to take Godzilla anyway? Which governing body takes over that?
Right.
Hey, I don't know. When they started talking about him, like, 'cause I didn't know the three-headed monster's name, so I just started doing some quick Googling to find out what his name was, and that's when I found out that in some of these older Godzilla movies, they sent him to Mars and to some other planet. Like, there's this whole intergalactic system with these old ass Godzilla movies that I think
Mothra is the mother of monsters and Godzilla is the father of monsters.
That don't even make no sense.
Mothra and Godzilla are together.
That don't even make no sense.
Some of it is complete and utter foolishness, but somehow they tie all these strings together. And when you're watching it,
Japanese films.
when you're watching it, it makes a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, because when Mothra dies in Godzilla King of the Monsters, her powers go into Godzilla
and revive him.
And he's able to kill Ghidorah and
Ghidorah, yeah.
eat the head and
Ghidorah,
and they're like, oh, I'm so glad he's on our side. And they're like, for now.
And it's interesting you say on our side. There are a couple of times in this movie where, or in this we'll just say this whole franchise, where Godzilla and King Kong both make contact with people, and you can kind of tell that each of them knows what's going on.
Yes, because
Like
they're looking
King
at
Kong,
them in the eye.
Yeah,
the daughter.
I'm sorry,
go ahead.
ahead, Simone. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, we know the little girl, who was the last living soul on Skull Island, represents for King Kong and was in the Godzilla X Kong. And then Godzilla looked at the father of what's my girl, 11, I never remember her name. But when she was missing, the Godzilla looked at him in the eye.
Yeah.
And then the same thing with the daughter, not the daughter, the daughter in Monarch, when her bus went in, Godzilla looked at her in the eye, and it was like, I'm sorry, you know. He had type of sympathy in his eye for her.
He's like, I'm sorry that your bus and your kids died, but I got to go kill this monster, or else it's going to kill way more people than the few kids that just died on your bus.
Yeah.
So they find the father. He's traveling around the world trying to close the portal. This other company gets involved because it's the company that the black chick who's the hacker used to work for. And she's one of these people who, when she finds out some of the animal testing that the company is doing that she works for, she fucks up their computer system so that everything kind of gets shut down. Which is why she's now in Japan living under a fake name to avoid, any punishment for what she did. But she's the one who's been she's essentially their tech support throughout the series.
Okay. This is dumb.
You gotta like Godzilla. You have to like Godzilla and King Kong in order to like Monarch and realize what the hell is going on, and that our government is fucking shady. Always and forever. It's shady as hell.
Yeah, it essentially comes down to the government is funding this agency that keeps stringing them along, saying, yeah, these things exist, so that they can get funding to keep their research going. When the government finally is like, yeah, we don't believe you anymore, the monsters come up and they wreak havoc and just kill lots of people and break all kinds of shit. Now the government is like, oh, my bad, we believe you again. Here's some money so that you can keep tracking them.
I do remember watching was it Kong versus X, or Kong X Godzilla, whatever. And Godzilla was chilling in the Coliseum. He took a nap in the Coliseum, and what you gonna do? You let him stay there. There will be no events in the Coliseum until Godzilla moves. And then he woke up and was like, oh, I gotta go check on my boy Kong. And then they end up fighting Evil Kong underground and something. And I feel like it was a Mothra in that one too. So
Mothra was in that one.
Yeah, Mothra is in that one too.
But this
the
is
last one I remember, they were fighting Mecha Godzilla.
I hate a mecha. I hate
accidentally got activated.
Oh god!
I'm like, how does Mecha Godzilla accidentally activate?
That was Kong and Godzilla versus Kong.
That's the last one I remember.
Who made Mecha Godzilla?
The people who took Ghidorah's head. They had one of the heads, and
they had one of the heads of Ghidorah, and use it as a power source.
To control it, and of course, AI became alive.
Flesh and machine melded together.
And again, he's an alien.
Yeah, so the head was, even though it was severed, wasn't technically dead.
Nope. Because when Godzilla ripped off the head, he regrew the head in like 5 minutes.
Like a Hydra.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My eye
Yeah, because
hurt.
Hilda Ghidorah, he had to take all 3 heads off at the same time or relatively close to each together or something like that.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, he couldn't take one at a time because it would grow back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is-
well,
yeah,
this
he
time
eventually-
he burnt it. Once he got Mothra's power, he burnt the whole body. The whole body was burnt. He stepped on the chest. He ate one of the heads.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to the other head.
This is worse than Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan is great. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't know what I'm talking about.
But Furious, I'm once you watch the Godzilla, I guess you saw it already. You said Godzilla.
Yeah, the only ones I haven't seen are Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Okay, so once you watch the New Empire, that shit is funny as hell. Little Baby Monkey had me rolling. Once you watch that one,
Little Baby Monkey was a jerk.
to me, Little Baby Monkey
was a baby monkey, it would be him.
because his eyes is just so cute.
Yeah.
I believe at the end of Monarch that is Scar coming out. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna go back and watch that last episode and take a look. I'm gonna go back and watch it.
That's Scar because the eye, when they see it and they're like, what the hell is this? That's the eye. That's his eye, and then he's coming out. You hear it. I was like, okay, so this is supposed to be just before the Empire come out. All right, that's good.
The thing that I like is season 2 comes out in February, so we get more craziness in a few weeks.
But to me, it's like I was telling you before, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Marvel, all the TV shows, everything linked. You got the movie, and then it continues with the TV show, and then it goes into another movie. I just love when they blend them all together.
Yeah, no. That to me is always I love a shared universe, and like if you build a product that has a shared universe, you're probably going to get my interest. But yeah, so the last piece of it is we fast forward to the kids find their father. There's an emergence day where another Titan pops up, and some of them fall down through the portal, and they're now in Hollow Earth.
Oops.
They find their grandmother, who's been trapped down there again since World War II era.
Mm-hmm.
And again, she was one of the people.
Yeah,
we all thought she was dead because the scene where we see her fall, she's completely covered in these recently hatched larvae, and it looks like they're eating her. But apparently they didn't eat her. She just fell through and went to Hollow Earth. At the end, Kurt
taking what Joyce said earlier. This is stupid, but I'm gonna probably check it out at some point.
They're in Hollow Earth. Kurt Russell's character allegedly sacrifices himself so that they can all escape. We find out they've been down there for 2 years, and that's when we see the eye that we're thinking is Scar. The thing that I think will happen in season 2, I don't think Kurt Russell's character is dead, because he didn't, like, his fall wasn't like 1,000 feet. It may have been maybe 10 or 15 feet. So I'm sure he's hurt, but I have a feeling he's alive, and we're going to see him again in season 2.
Did he fall into Hollow Earth too?
Well, yeah, they were trying to escape, but he was down there.
Nobody dies in Hollow Earth.
Probably.
Nope, nobody dies in Hollow Earth.
Probably.
From what I've seen in the couple of movies that take place, I guess, before or during, in the background of Monarch or whatever, like the Kong movies and whatnot, and yeah, no one dies in Hollow Earth. They run down there, they look around. Oh snap! We need to get the hell out of here and run out.
No.
Oh, no, there's some people that die in Hollow Earth.
I ain't seen nobody die in Hollow Earth.
Oh yeah, the one that was like, "Don't touch my plane, don't throw up in my plane." He died. The pilot died.
It happens in the Monarch series, not in any of the movies.
In the movies, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen the series yet, but in the movies, no one dies in Hollow Earth.
Well, in this series, let's see. The original team that went down was 4 people. Only 1 survived.
That we know of.
No, they're dead.
Are there bodies? Do they show bodies?
Yes,
They
there
show them
are
being
bodies.
eaten by plants and
Yeah.
yes.
One of them got eaten. One of them got impaled and split in half by a bolt of lightning. And one, they don't show him die, but they show where his body is buried. So they're dead.
They dead.
They're dead.
All right.
But I'm glad you liked it, Furious.
Yes,
Yes.
I am
Yay.
hooked. I'm going to watch season 2. And sometime this week, I am going to watch Wicked and these last two Godzilla movies.
Mm.
Okay, and you definitely will enjoy Wicked. You love it. You'll love the storyline.
Joy,
At least I
Teresa?
think I can watch it. I don't know if it's if it's streaming, I'll definitely watch it.
It's streaming.
It's streaming.
It's streaming. Joy, Teresa, anything you've caught up on or watched since the last time we were all together?
Did we ever talk about weapons?
Yes, unfortunately.
I did.
That was back in August, September.
Yeah. I'm still mad about that I spent money on that.
I liked weapons.
I don't know. This Godzilla conversation has drained my mental.
Wait, did we mention the new Predator? Did we talk about the Predator movie on the last show?
No.
No, we
Oh
didn't.
yeah, so we saw Predator Badlands.
I didn't see
Yes, we talked about Predator Badlands.
Okay, I couldn't remember if we did or didn't. Okay.
Okay. So
I-
watch
my
Alien Earth.
anime, James. I did some more. Joy, I couldn't remember. I wrote them down this time. I couldn't remember the names of the ones that I was watching. And I binge watched, and I think it was 17 episodes. And it was like 4:30 in the morning by the time I was finished. I
what
was
were you
like,
watching?
it was the Ice Blade Magician Rules the World.
Okay.
I watched that one. I finished The Water Magician. And then I started my Dress Up Darling.
I heard that was good.
How did you end up on my Dress Up Darling? That wasn't on any list I gave you, but I'm glad you watched it.
I hadn't watched it. I started.
Yes.
I started it, and I was like, okay, I'm tired. So I went to sleep.
It's about
And
cosplay.
Yeah.
The Brilliant. What did I write? The Brilliant something new life.
The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows.
Life in the Shadow. Yeah, that one.
Mhm.
Those are the ones that I've been watching.
Cool.
I have watched or started watching.
Excellent. All good titles.
I've been watching K-dramas for the most part, but I have been keeping up with what is it called? My whole
May I
mind
ask
just,
one more thing?
May I ask you for one more thing? Which is hilarious because it's
Mhm.
basically this, lady of the realm or whatever, and in the first episode, her fiance is cutting a fool and he's leaving her for somebody else, and she's like, "Fine, I don't care, I don't like you no way, but can I ask you for one more thing?" And he's like, "Sure, what do you want?" She goes, "Can I punch this bitch in the face?" And then he's like, "What?" And then I'm talking cow, and then the rest of the show is just her beating people up. And she goes from embarrassing her family to being like a hero and everything. I mean, it's really pretty cool, but it's just a lot of fights, and fights are great. And it's just typical, like, I don't know why everybody's in high school, but then they act like they're grown, that 20-year-olds in high school or whatever you want to call it, or 25, and people different ages, but they all seem to go to school together. Why are you in school? You grown. But everybody's
What's this on?
huh?
What is this on?
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll?
May I ask you one final thing? And there's another one that I started watching that a friend of mine recommended that takes place in Brazil. And it's called Something in Hatchin. Let me see if I can find the name for you.
Well, I binged Gachi Akuda, which add to your list. That is completely unhinged.
What was it again, James?
Gachi Akuda. It's on Crunchyroll as well. Don't think it's in English yet.
I'll wait.
It's about this Brazilian chick who is looking for her ex-boyfriend's daughter to and that's as far as I got. She finds the daughter, and then they riding around looking for the ex-boyfriend. We haven't figured out if he's alive or dead yet. But the Brazilian chick just got out of jail, and she has no problem killing you if you get on her nerves, and it's quite wonderful. It's really it's a great show.
Send that title in the chat because I would definitely check that out.
Oh yeah, please, because I want to watch that. Anything with a woman kicking somebody's ass, I want to watch.
Yes.
Teresa?
All I watch is Forensic Files.
And every time I flip past those channels, I'm like, Teresa's probably.
Hold on, wait. Teresa, I'm gonna say this now. This is not a spoiler, but the final, absolutely last. There will be no more episodes of My Hero Academia. Dropped 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Surely you've gone back and like finished watching some seasons.
No, I haven't had time. Really, I really haven't had time. No, I've been trying to keep up with Stranger Things because I'm gonna watch the finale of the movie tomorrow.
I'll binge tomorrow when all 3 parts are out. But go ahead.
Other than that, I have like little snippets of time, or I have time to turn the TV on in the background while I'm doing something else, and that's a good way to watch Forensic Files. So My Hero it's always in my head. Like I know I gotta catch up, but I don't have time to sit down and like take it in.
Don't feel bad because I have time and I haven't caught up either. I just be doing other stuff.
So wait, Teresa, did you just say that the finale for Stranger Things is going to be in theaters?
Yeah.
Yes, they're putting it in theaters, which I will wait. I'm not paying to go see that.
No.
Well, it drops on Netflix tomorrow too.
Tomorrow, I was about to say it drops tomorrow on Netflix. You don't have to go to the theater, but I mean, for those who want the movie going experience,
right? Because it's like 2 hours and 3 minutes long or something. It's like a movie. So we're gonna watch it in the theater.
Netflix is really trying to reverse engineer all this stuff because they put K-pop Demon Hunters in the movies for the sing-along thing.
Yeah,
that's we're gonna make this money. Yeah.
After it went so crazy, they're like, well, if they're this foolish about it on streaming, I know their asses are watching on the big screen. So
and we did. Yes,
yeah,
we did.
Yeah, you did.
But I won't watch Stranger Things on there. I'm not gonna go pay.
I will. I'm going, and it was only $11. $11, and you get to see it, and you get a concession voucher.
Can we talk about how the little black kid is growing up really well? I really look forward to seeing him transition. Looks like maybe even relatively easily from child actor to adult actor.
Yeah,
he's good.
He is.
Okay. Cool.
And I love me some Erica.
You can't spell America without Erica. Erica's everything.
I have got to go find my T-shirt that says you can't spell America without Erica.
Nice.
Now, I hope they release another series of Funko Pops because I have her first 2 Funko Pops, and she needs a third one for this season, so I can get that one.
I have one. I don't think I knew there were 2, so I'm gonna have to find that second one.
James is good with Funko Pops. Like if it exists, he will know about it and potentially try to acquire it.
You probably have the ones I'm just giving away, James. I'm doing a giveaway.
I have an extra Matangi from Moana 2. I didn't realize I had. So at some point, I'm gonna probably give this one away.
You know how many Funko Pops you gotta have to not realize you have one and buy it again?
Not that many. If you got a mind like mine, not that many.
I just hadn't updated the app yet on what I have and don't have.
I got duplicate Captain Americas.
Mind your business, okay? Mind your business.
Yes, there's an app.
But no, something on Netflix, and I'm happy that this got a second season. Tomb Raider series on Netflix. Was it Tomb Raider: The Adventures of Lara Croft?
It's good.
Watched season 2 dropped a couple of weeks ago at DreamHack. I got to interview the voice actor for Jonah. So that was a good interview, which should be dropping here on the Moana Nui Network at some point in the near future.
And this is animation or is it live?
It's animation.
Okay.
Animated.
They do a really good job. Like I enjoyed the first season, and the second season seems to be just as strong.
There's a WTF moment in the middle of the second season. It's like, y'all way too dumb for this to be going on right now, and you'll know it when you see it. But overall, it's very, the second season very well done. As I told one of my group chats, like somebody really did their homework because they deal with the Orisha, and that's all I'll say about season 2. I'll leave it at that. They deal with the Orisha, and someone really did their homework, because it's not like they just went way left with it. They did the actual research.
They understood the source.
The source, yeah, to tell the story of each Orisha properly.
Cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's what I really, when we talk about what we're looking for in representation in anime, even if it's somebody that doesn't come from my same background, if you are respecting the source material and you are researching and investigating, make sure you do it right. Because the same way you have to research Odin, you'd have to research Mami Wata. Like, you still doing the same level of commitment to correctness. But some people be like, well, you know, it's something. We'll just put some little mermaid in the water. Like, get it right. You got Odin right. You can get this right. You get Zeus right all the time. We know all his little peccadillos and stories. He can't keep it in his pants. We know all about that. But I like that they took the time to, and there's plenty of material out there. It's not like you had to go to Africa, to West Africa, to research Igbo language and the Orishas. You can get that stuff online. Just go look. So I was really glad that they've done that. And that's what I'm seeing, that more about people really being intentional about the source material. You saw it in K-pop Demon Hunters. Even though it was kind of a popcorn fluff movie, the discussion around Korean culture and around idol culture and even around like the Hangul and all that stuff was real. And then in Sinners, the history, like Ryan Coogler did an excellent job of making sure that he pulled in an expert on Chinese in the Delta, an expert on the Native Americans that were
Choctaw,
and of course, experts on all the different aspects of African culture that he brought in, like, just to make sure you get it right. And it ain't hard, you know? So yeah, I really appreciate that. Even in something as small as this, the secondary story in an animated film. Yeah.
But yeah, they're 8 episodes. I want to say they're like
20
30
minutes.
Yeah, 20, 25 minutes long. So yeah, you can get through it in like 4 hours, if that long. Because I knocked out season 2.
All of this or one Lord of the Rings movie. You can watch all of this or our podcast from last night.
Wow. Yeah, that was some good stuff, though.
It was good stuff. But I was like, why am I alive? Why am I awake?
As far as anime, I've been watching. Joy mentioned one. I've already mentioned that My Hero is completely done and over with. There should be no more new episodes. What did I finish recently?
Gachi Yakuta?
Gachi Yakuta. Yeah, Gachi Yakuta. That is only 24 episodes right now, right? There's no 2 seasons, 24 episodes. What it look like? That
I've heard a lot of people mentioning that. What is can you give us a spoiler-free idea of what it's about? Yes. So
go ahead.
The basics of it is you got two lands basically. One is in the sky, one is on ground. The people in the sky have been throwing their trash over to the ground.
Oh, that's what you're telling me about. Okay, yeah.
And when you get in trouble, they also throw you over the ground because you are now trash. And what we start to discover, and it's all comes out in the first episode, is there are some people on the ground that have special powers that allows them to live down there to kind of be like heroes. What do you want to call it?
Cleaners.
Rangers, cleaners, special forces, or whatever. And this one little boy gets thrown over there, and he's hell bent on getting revenge on the people that framed him up in the sphere, which is what they call the higher level. And he discovers that he has powers, and he's on a journey to figure out how to get back up there. But along the way, the characters that he runs into are so well written. It's all one long story, but you do feel like there are pieces of learning other people's lives and background at the same time. There was one episode I was like a little disturbed, like, what is happening? Why are they naked? Like, it was a really good episode. And they did it really well. They didn't overplay the lasciviousness of it. They just went into this will happen and this is why she's crazy. But I really am enjoying the series. And it also speaks to how there's a theme. One man's trash is another man's treasure, right? And you got all these people that live on the ground. And so they have been effectively tossed away. They are trash. But if you care about something and you take care of it, and it means a lot to you, then it becomes your treasure. And there's those treasures that have power. And so that's the kind of the theme that runs through it. It's really interesting. Gachi Akuta is the name of it. Yeah. Some people call it, matter of fact, I saw a reel saying, Black Americans, can you please stop calling it Gachakuchi?
Gachakuchi, yeah.
And we were guilty.
No, we will not.
No, we will not. No. And then there was what was the other one? What else was I watching?
But I know a new season of Spy Family has started recently, a few months, last month. It did, and I don't know how far along it is because I'm still a season and a half behind. So
oh my God.
I will get there. I've been watching other things. Don't judge me.
Your rate of accumulation is positive. You are never going to catch up to anything because you are always behind. You keep adding
He's
things.
still got boxes of comics from 6 years ago he needs to read.
Right.
10, shut your face.
You add 2 hours and watch 30 minutes. And then you add 2 more hours. You're never going to catch up.
This is why I don't go on Netflix, because I spend more time on Netflix adding stuff to my queue than actually watching things on Netflix. I will say I did start watching the new Knives Out film.
Is it good?
It is. So far, it is very good. It at this point, the series of films seems like a paint by numbers type thing. Like the setups and the setups for the crimes are, slightly different, but you get the same archetype of characters in each one. Like I said, I'm only halfway through this one, so I'm gonna finish that probably when we jump off tonight, or I'll finish watching it when I'm at work tomorrow.
I love your background, by the way. Did you make that off the shirt I gave you?
I most absolutely did, and this is your fault.
Haha. Welcome back, Bryce. So, do y'all know there's these 2 guys that are, one of them is he actually kind of looks like the guy from Don to Don. I forget his name, but he's got kind of like a button-up suit on. Okaroon. He looks like Okaroon, but yeah, he looks a lot like Okaroon, as a matter of fact. And then this other guy is just sitting there, almost looking a little like high, and he's got a cap on. And he asks him something like, "What's water in Japanese?" And he might say, "Misu." And what's soup in Japanese? Misu. And what's mushroom? Misu. So how do I say I put mushrooms in the water, made mushroom soup? Misu, 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 misu. And that's how they all go. He goes, so if it's the same character, he goes, same, but different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so, the guy that says the same but different stuff is so annoying. He's so annoying. And it's my favorite way to learn Japanese on the internet. I don't know Japanese, and I won't learn it. I won't be able to speak it. But just watching them try to figure out like the tongue twisters and how, I think one time he said they were talking about sexism in Japan, and he goes, and the guy that plays the
woman, wife, girl, and husband, yeah.
Japan equal. He goes, what's husband? And he said, whatever. What is it?
Auto.
And what else does auto mean? Master. And what's the word for wife? And he says the word for wife.
Suma.
Suma. And what else does that mean? Woman in the house. I was like, wow. So husband is master and wife is woman in the house. And what are we talking about now? You just missed a 40-minute long discussion around Godzilla. The entire Godzilla universe.
I'm not putting these comments up.
And then we're talking about anime that we're watching. So Bryce, jump in with us. What are you watching? Let us know what shows have caught your attention recently. We were talking about My Hero finishing up. Spy Family is coming back.
Spy Family is back. It's currently
Spy
airing
Family
now.
Is back.
Currently airing right now.
Gachi Akuta is a really strong show. Dan to Dan, I heard was approved for a 3rd season, if I'm not mistaken.
It better be, because the way season 2 ended, we're gonna fight. Okay,
and have any of y'all started Stranger Things?
No,
I have not. I'm waiting for all of it to be out to watch.
That part, what he said.
Simon,
the third part comes out tomorrow.
Simone, you said you're on episode 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so what have you thought of this season so far?
I mean, I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I'm glad people are getting backbones. I'm like, oh, you talking back? And like, okay, so you're not really dead. And I'm like, okay, well, it's without spoiling. I don't want to spoil stuff for people.
Yeah, I heard that somebody they accidentally spoiled it. One of the people on the cast made a mistake of talking to somebody, and they discovered that something happened, and they're like, "Oh, we weren't supposed to talk about that." So, but I don't want to say what it was. But I've heard that
Mark Ruffalo, everybody's dead.
Say what?
They did a Mark Ruffalo, everybody dies.
Everybody dies. But yeah, I haven't started Stranger Things yet. Like, I don't know. I gotta be in the mood for it because like the curly hair boy gets on my nerves. Like everything about him makes me want to punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens to him. I'm sorry, that's the only thing I'll spoil.
Oh, good.
Leave Dustin alone. That kid is great.
Dustin is awesome.
Because who knew that the theme song from Never Ending Story was the greatest love song ever written?
Who brought a snail back from the upside down and didn't tell nobody?
I mean, you know, stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's what nerds do.
Bryce, what do you want?
Bryce, we are talking about movies and shows.
Nerds know better.
Right.
Nerds know better.
Give us something you want to talk about, man.
Secrets of the Silent Witch anime on Crunchyroll, by the way.
I did watch that show.
Awesome series.
It's very good.
I was pleasantly surprised by how good that was because I mean she's a silent witch because she has anxiety of speaking to people.
Mm-hmm. But she's also like a witch and a natural witch and a math genius.
Yes.
And a chess genius. Like she's that chick. She's great.
Yeah,
Wait,
she's
Joy,
dumbed
what do you
everything
mean
down
when
to
you say
basically a mathematical understanding, which is why she's like the best at these two things, specifically magic and chess.
And that one's on Crunchyroll?
Yes.
Okay.
That's on
What's it
Crunchyroll
called?
too. Secrets of the Silent Witch.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm looking
Joy,
at
when you say natural witch, what do you mean?
Like some people, like everybody pretty much has the ability to use power. Some people have to use it through like a conduit. Some people have to say a spell, and she can just do it. So that's what I mean by natural.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't have to say spells because she knows the formulas mathematically to where she basically just says them in her head and produces.
She doesn't have to do an incantation. She can just be like, and fire.
Gotcha.
Okay, I pulled up my anime list and I completely forgot what you said. Society of a Secret Witch? Secret of a Silent Witch.
Yes, Secrets of the Silent Witch.
Mm-hmm. And that's another one where it's grown people in high school. Like, why y'all still in high school? Graduate.
Well, in Witch Watch, they're in high school, but there are like 6 of them who live in a house together with no adult supervision.
That's all yo, where are the adults in Japan? Like, what's happening?
The adults are around. It's just the parents more times than not aren't. There's always adults
what is
in anime.
Pixels from Adam Sandler? That's what Bryce is talking. What is that?
What?
Oh gosh, it's one of those Adam Sandler silly little popcorn films with him and oh gosh, the dude who was in Mall Cop, King of Queens. That dude. I can't remember his name.
Something? Is it? I don't know.
I can't remember his name.
Kevin James.
Yes, Kevin James. They're in the film, and basically the short version is in the 80s when they were all kids playing video games, one of them won a tournament and then they all grew up, but Adam Sandler's character never really grew up, if you will. The rest of them got like regular jobs and one of them became president, but aliens invaded Earth and decided to communicate through video games.
Yeah.
And decided to destroy the planet with Pac-Man.
And Peter Dinklage is also in it.
Peter Dinklage is in it. Yeah.
Bryce, can we get something a tad bit more current?
I think Bryce is trolling, which is why I'm not really trying to give him any much credence here.
Yeah, Bryce is clearly trolling because, like, how you gonna just pull pixels out your ass, bro? Like, really, really? That's what we're doing? We're doing pixels of all movies. Like, you didn't even say like Minecraft. Like, oh, Bryce is not trolling. He says he's not in fact trolling, but we're still not gonna talk about pixels because who even remembers that? I didn't see it in the movie because it looked like I didn't want to spend my money on it.
You did not want to spend your money. It was It was dumb.
Yeah, I gotta go and see fucking SpongeBob tomorrow. So hell.
No, you don't have to see that.
Yes, I do. I have to take these kids to go and see.
And one of my friends is going to see Zootopia 2. I didn't see Zootopia 1, so I'm going to keep that rolling.
I saw Zootopia 2. It was good.
Was it good?
It was.
I will never catch it. I was gonna say I'll catch it on streaming, but I'm not gonna watch it. And that's saying a lot because I'm a big Stray Kids fan, and I know that their Skazoos have like a cameo appearance in Zootopia.
Mhm.
So now Bryce wants to talk about Zootopia 1 and 2. So tell us. I don't think anybody's seen Zootopia 2 yet, but
I haven't seen Zootopia 1.
Nope.
Yeah, so Zootopia 1, I don't know enough about. Few things.
I've seen one. That's the rabbit and
the rabbit and the fox.
And the
the
fox.
fox and the
And the sloth that's in
the
all
sloth
of the memes.
Right.
telling a joke, and they don't get out in enough time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one was cute. 2, I guess, is the one with the snake.
Yes.
And the snake is a bad criminal. Snakes get a bad rep, man.
No.
All goes back to Slytherin.
Does it? I think it goes back
maybe
to
before that.
the serpent.
I'm gonna ignore you, James.
Me too.
Yeah. So this is the last episode of this
We're
show.
not talking about
for
that
the
anime.
year. Yeah. What was your favorite anime of this year?
Oh, wait, favorite anime or favorite? No, never mind. I'll let somebody else go. My brain just exploded.
Okay.
Apothecary Diaries.
Which I still haven't watched.
How you say that you didn't watch that?
I told you he's got a rate of accumulation. He ain't gonna watch nothing.
Do you want to see what my Crunchyroll queue looks like?
No.
You can skip a lot of that.
Oh,
stuff.
I keep okay. I'm confusing because okay. I'm sorry. I take that back because I was like, but you the one that told me, wasn't you? It was Joy. I'm sorry.
Yes, it was Joy. It was Joy. Joy was the one who told you about Apothecary. I keep telling you it's Joy.
And I didn't miss because Apothecary Diaries is bomb. It was great.
Yes.
And I also liked Windbreaker. I think my favorite anime this year, though, would probably I'm trying to remember what came out this year because the first season of Down to Down I liked better than the second season, although the second season was good. And I'm going to watch the third season as well when it comes out. But I think this year, the one that probably captivated me the most, where I had to go and try to finish it. Yeah, it might be Apothecary Diaries. I think that might be the one that I put other stuff down for. You know? Yeah,
and when I found out,
I like
started
Windbreaker.
it on Netflix, and so I didn't know there was a second season that was already out. And so when I found out, I went to Crunchyroll and binged the whole thing in one day.
Yeah, it's great.
It's that good.
Mm-hmm.
Simone?
I don't know. Is it considered anime? I'm gonna say K-pop Demon Hunter.
It is not anime.
It's an anime.
It's an animated movie.
Just say free run because you know it is.
No, she wasn't.
Oh wow, she wasn't. The next season starts next month, right?
Oh, okay, but no,
around the 16th.
She wasn't. But since you said it, and I can't think of one, then yeah, we'll just say that one.
Yeah, I did like Windbreaker too. I don't know if y'all heard me, but that one I think was really good too.
Mine is between two because I'm not going to mention like the big names that I love, even though they are good. But I will say these two: The Water Magician, which I still rave as the best new anime of the year, period, bar none, hands down. Like everything that was new this year does not compare to that show. It's that damn good. The other thing I thoroughly enjoyed watching was The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, and it is exactly what the title says. So
okay,
those are my two.
Did you ever finish Link Click?
Yes, I did. That's a nice little mind bender because the second season was like, whoa, how are you going to fix this? But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. Especially because that's one of the That and what's the other one that Joy started watching? Daily Life of the Immortal King.
That was fun.
Though those two are on Crunchyroll, but the only option to watch them is in English because those are Chinese anime.
Mm-hmm. But the English dub is
The
pretty
English
good.
dub is fine though.
And the theme song from the first season goes hard. Like I never skipped the intro because the theme song was just that good to me. Or was it the second season?
Yeah, one of them is the banger. I can't remember which one, but yes, you're right.
The one that's goes like I forget what. Yeah, that's all I know. But it's great. Anyway, watch the show. Yeah, Daily Life of the Immortal King was great. I also did not Windbreaker. What was the other one? I'm trying to remember what I watched. Because now when y'all say something, I'm like, oh yeah, I watched that too. Like I did watch more anime than I thought I did this year.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me go back. The Secrets of the Silent Witch is on what? Crunchyroll and Netflix?
Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I mentioned that was on Netflix was Tomb Raider. Everything else is on Crunchyroll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that. Let me write Tomb Raider. Okay.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider's on Netflix. And it's so good. Haley Atwell is the voice of Lara Croft, by the way. Ming-Na Wen does the voice of a character in there.
Oh, I like her.
Nolan North voices a character.
It's my
Trisha Helfer is in it as well. Who else that stands out that I remember? That's it off the top of my head.
Okay.
Cool.
And like I say, the character Jonah, voiced by Earl Balin, interviewed him at DreamHack. He was a pleasure to talk to.
Well, good. Good. I think this has been. I think what I'm really liking to see is all the different types of stories that are coming out. Because like when I was younger, anime was like Dragon Ball Z. It was going to be fights and fights and more fights. Naruto, Fist of the North Star, Ninja Scroll, all great classic stuff. But my introduction to anime was always about fights. And then I didn't know slice of life was a thing. And now that I do, I'm like, yo, slice of life is pretty. Oh, what's the one with the assassin that got fat? That show.
The assassins who got fat?
The assassin who is no longer the assassin. Sakamoto Files.
Sakamoto Days.
Mm-hmm.
That one's on Netflix.
That's on Netflix as well. Sakamoto Days is really good. I
Yes,
found
it
myself like downloading episodes to watch when I was flying around, which means I really wanted to see it.
And see, Joy, what you were just talking about anime being about fights is probably why I never got into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I didn't care. I thought it was all like that too, and I didn't care about that.
Mm-hmm. And now they have anime is becoming a way to show really good storytelling with animated characters and really good voice actors too, because they used to just not care about the voice act. Matter of fact, Tony Weaver has been talking about this recently, how people are taking classic anime and just letting AI try to dub it into English, and it's absolutely terrible. And it's ruining the shows, and like they need to stop doing that. There's certain things that, because of somebody mentioned this before, the uncanny valley exists where, you know, the difference between fake and real, and like humans have a natural distrust and aversion to something that they see as fake or plastic, which is why we don't like those automated voices, etc. But then somebody else pointed out the uncanny valley exists because for some reason humans need to be able to identify the difference between real and fake. Like, why is that a part of our DNA? To just look at something and know it's not real, right?
Authenticity.
Authenticity. Yep. But I think I think what I've heard of AI dub voices is absolute trash. Like, not even close. Nope. It's not even as good as the girl that tries to lie to me and say that she found my account number. Like, she's really looking it up and it's not a machine. Okay. You know, they're not even that good.
No,
that's like AI narrated audiobooks.
That doesn't sound good at all.
See, that's why No, go ahead.
I mean, I've stumbled onto a couple of them on Audible, and every, at the very start when they're like, this book is narrated by what, and I'm like, because it's like a computer reading something. It's reading the words,
and it's not pronouncing them properly.
It's not getting the emotion, so
Right,
it's not reading it correctly. And there are words that are different words that are actually the same word. But the computer doesn't know the difference, so it's pronouncing it wrong.
Like read and read.
That's just really screwing me up.
So,
and I don't like anybody messing with my audiobook experience. I love me some audiobooks.
Can I be I guess elitist?
Yeah. It's almost 11 o'clock. Go ahead.
I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, why is it all the audiobooks that you listen to star characters that don't look like you? Why don't you pick up some Black audiobooks? And I was like, all right, bet. And so I was rocking and rolling pretty well. I'd done several audiobooks by a couple of authors that are either first generation immigrants or African or in origin. And they were all good, Todi Adeyemi, and so on and so forth. But there are a couple of Black authors in the books. The stories were good. The people they got to read, I was like, I want to stab you in the mouth. Like, and it kills me, like, especially when you can tell, like, the two different people read their whole parts and they never spoke. Nobody ever told them. This other person said Ibrahim and you just said Abraham, and I'm gonna need y'all to know y'all talking about the same person. So I'm listening to this book, hearing one person say Ibrahim is not here, and others like, well, where's Abraham? Oh my God. Oh my God, what in the cheap Tyler Perry plot is going on here? And then, like, how we talk about kids need to learn to read out loud in school, and there's reasons for that, because sometimes they'll have somebody that's doing the audiobook and they don't know how to pronounce a word, and nobody checks it because it's hours and hours of content. So they just taking the pages, and nobody noticed that you said facade. What the? You mean facade?
Right. One that always gets me, because I like Southern fiction. I mean, everything is always fiction for me, because I like stories. Yes. But I like Southern fiction, and the word for what you're doing to your hair, plaiting. It's spelled Plait.
Did they say plate?
I have so many times in so many audiobooks heard narrators say plates. Oh, her hair was in two plates or 2 plates on the sides of her head or something. I'm like, that's fucking plates. Are you not from the South?
Right.
Yeah, I was straight to the comments, and I was like, "What is people saying?" I was like, "Is anybody corrected?"
I like to watch and see. Now, there's one guy. I think his name is R.C. Bray. R.C. Bray can read me the dictionary. That dude is an excellent voice actor. He narrates Commune by whoever wrote Commune. I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute. It's the one our friend Tia got me into a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Joy, why are you looking that up? I have to write them down. I think they're YA fantasy Black books. And listening to one of them, I'm like, is this my mother?
Wow.
My
Wow.
mother is yelling at me through this book, because the way that this woman was speaking to her daughter, I was like, that
triggered.
That was a Black mother. that was a Black mother, hands down, with the oh, I know you're not talking back to me like that. Oh,
nice. Now, and I like it when it's authentic and it feels real like that, but then sometimes people overdo it, No,
this
like
one
there was some
just right. Then you had all of the little bit just right. You had the don't say nothing to me right now. Let's go to your room. Go to your room. But go to your room. Right. You heard me. Go to your room. The up and the down and the I was
the series is
I even made a comment. I was like, y'all got my mother out of the grave to do this.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, see, that's really good audio acting.
Yeah. But that can definitely make or break an audiobook, because I have returned audiobooks when I was just not down with the narrator.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is
Yeah,
terrible.
once I get a narrator that I like, I follow them,
Yeah.
and then whatever books they're narrating, I'm definitely doing them. I stick to them.
Well, if you like post-apocalyptic adventures, Commune by Joshua Gayu, narrated by R.C. Bray. The reason I bought headphones was so I could listen to all of those books while I was on my doing my cycling and walking and stuff in the mornings, because they gave me time to listen. I binged all of those, but those books are still coming out. I think they're on book like 5 or 6 now, but they're great.
There's a guy who does most of Stephen King's audiobooks. He's really good.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, this guy is so good. I didn't even like most audiobooks I listen to at 1.2 speed because folks speak too slow for me. This dude, you felt like you were in the movie. It was great. But back to anime. This is supposed to be talking about what you're watching. I guess reading counts. Reading counts. If you ladies, if y'all are into smut, I'll send y'all some titles later. Some stuff I read. Really awesome.
I'm not. I can't do smut. That's just me, you know.
Well, the fantasy smut, I didn't realize when I purchased. I was like, "Oh, this looks cute. It's about angels." I'm like,
what did you buy?
Wait, what was it? Angels coming down, and you are a human, and these are angel men, and the chest is glycerin. And
wait, what books are these? I think I read them. What's the name of the book?
I have to hold on. Let me see.
Is it The Witches of Salix Point?
No.
Oh.
No.
Goodness. Furious, I know this is a area that you don't delve too much into with the anime, because 90% of everything we've talked about is subbed and very little is dubbed. But is there any anime, because we haven't heard from you?
The 2 anime that I definitely dove into for this year, and I know that's a small number, but again, I don't watch as much anime as the rest of you, is Rick and Morty, the anime.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I finally got around to season 3 of Castlevania, and I'm gonna try and finish season 4 within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Castlevania is proven to, so Ronin Warriors from the 80s has always been my absolute favorite anime.
It's coming back.
Castlevania is giving Ronin Warriors a run for their money.
Nice.
Yeah, and I am looking forward to the next season of Ronin Warriors. I really hope.
Oh, no, it's a reboot.
Oh, it's a reboot.
Yeah, they're rebooting. Ooh. Yeah, it's a reboot. It's just an updated version of the original anime, much like Ranma 1/2 earlier this year on Netflix.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I knew something was coming, but I didn't know if it was a reboot or a continuation. But clearly, it's a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I am all for, because the animation style, I'm not gonna say it's dated, but it's telling of the era of when it came out.
Oh no, it's definitely dated. No, it's definitely dated. When you watch that, you know Ronin Warriors is old.
Yeah, it's early 90s anime.
Yeah, 80s.
Was it? Yeah, it was late 80s. That was late 80s.
Yeah.
We didn't. It didn't come over here until the late 90s, though.
Fair. That's fair.
So is anything y'all looking for?
Battle Angels, Joy.
Battle Angels?
Shadow Angels?
Oh, Shadow Angels. I would say Battle Angels. That's anime. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess what I got confused. Like, okay. Shadow Angels.
Shadow Angels, and then the source of magic, thieves and demons. I'll send them to you. I have to go through all of these.
Battle Angels?
And I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this title to all of you before, but I personally believe that this is always a good starter anime.
Oh, Wanted Angels, a reverse harem.
Oh Lord.
Are these in the same series?
This one's Sadie Moss. I love her. No, that go forget about the other one. This is the one. The Wanted Angel.
Wanted Angel.
Wanted Angel, a reverse harem paranormal romance. Wanted Angel, Wicked Game, and Dark Kings. Those are the three.
Okay.
By Sadie Moss.
Okay, cool.
That's one of them, but there's more, and I gotta get them for you. I was like, oh, something about witches and angels, and when I started listening, I was like, I'm in the car. Oh, let me turn this off. This can't be listened to while we're in the car with the kids. No.
Question for you guys. This isn't an anime, but has anybody ever seen the show called A Discovery of Witches?
Yes.
Yes.
I read the book first.
Yes.
Is it okay? So based on that, I'll go ahead and add it to my list.
Okay, so the book is better than the movie.
Yes.
Should I find the book first?
Read the book first.
Like, okay. I wasn't disappointed with the show, even though I read the book first, but the book allows you to get into people's head and to know a little bit more backstory than they have time to do in the show. Yeah.
Okay.
The
reason that I ask is a clip that I saw recently. It was a bunch of people I think they were in a lab, and the guy was telling them, "Hey, you signed an NDA, so you can't talk about this stuff." And they're showing them this DNA sample, and that's when they announced to their research team that vampires are real, but they don't, kill people like the myth. And witches are real because your other professor, who's my wife, is also a witch. And I'm just like, wait a minute. This is a really interesting take on vampires and witches.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
vampires, witches, and demons, because everybody is a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has demon blood with a little bit of everything else. So it's like, you realize once they separated everybody, that's why everybody was dying out. You have to blend.
Yeah. Purity culture is a death sentence, is what it really comes down to.
Okay.
But the way that they get there is so good.
Alrighty, so let me go find. Hopefully, we got a good narrator.
You can watch it because I don't want you not to watch it and then read the book, and so you can see when you read in the book, then it'll be okay, this is better because in the movie they did this. Sometimes it's better if you watch the movie and then read the book, but either way, they both good.
No. You all have seen it, so you tell me which I need to do first.
Read the book first.
I read the book first, and then I saw the movie.
Mm-hmm. Also, because there's a lot of characters, and it's easier to keep straight in the books. And then when you see the show, you're like, oh, okay, I remember them.
Okay. 5 for 1 credit. Confirm purchase.
We're coming up on 2.5 hours. Anything you want to recommend to anybody else, since we're giving out lessons and stuff? Anybody else have something they want to?
Yes, a good starter anime, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this title before. I will always swear by this. It is not too heavy. It is whimsical, has a little bit of everything. Your supernatural, your slapstick, high school hijinks, kids just wanting to fit in.
What's the title?
The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. I just put it in our chat.
Thank you, because I wasn't trying to write that.
I know you have to remember that. But it is on Crunchyroll. It is 2 seasons. I think there are 12, 13 episodes each. Is not that many episodes, but yeah, that is something I will almost always recommend to someone as a starter anime.
Okay.
Because it is that good.
Oh, and I'm taking back my favorite from Frieren to all of the Castlevanias.
Okay.
Fair enough. No argument here.
You know what is a cute little anime on Prime that doesn't get a lot of sound is Legend of Vox Machina. It's silly.
They have a spin-off series that recently started.
Is it something about the 9 or the 8 or whatever?
Something of Nin or something. Yeah. Oh,
9. Yeah. I saw that and I thought it looked similar art style. And I was about to watch it. I didn't know they were related. So
they are.
I'll go ahead and kick that off. Cool, thanks.
It's a spinoff from Vox Machina. Yep. But yep. So anybody got anything else before we get out of here?
I wish you all a great New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Don't forget your collard greens, your black eyed peas, and your meat of some sort, you know, so you can have good luck and prosperity all through the year. And I hope your 2026 is your best year yet.
I'm gonna take your advice from last night's show, and I will not be humble next year.
Don't be humble.
Oh, me neither. It's gonna be rough for some people out there because I'm not gonna be humble at all.
Don't be humble. You know what? It's a disservice that we were taught. It's colonialism mentality. Like it's capitalism, actually, not even colonialism. But you know, just keep your head down and do your job and you'll be rewarded. That's a lie. That's a whole lie. And you know, your work will speak for itself. No, it doesn't. If that was true, we wouldn't be in the lack of meritocracy we're in now. So when you do something, even if it was easy for you, tell them how hard it was. Tell them what you had to know to get it done. Let them know, yeah, I did it. I didn't like it. I stayed up extra hours, but I got it done. You know, and then people will recognize that you were working hard instead of thinking, you make it look so easy. I didn't think you needed a raise. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, if my presence
feels
smothering, then choke.
Continue to take out too much. Go look for less somewhere else. Yep.
That's my motto. That's the theme I'm living with in 26. If my presence is smothering, then choke.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so well, I wish you all Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Next month in the new year. Good night.
Good
Good night.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then. When they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves a republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. We will. So if we put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course versus Asia, they was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course. Cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No work out for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can keep history on the shelf. If they won't tell it, we will. We will.